Welcome back to Kuntekon. Today, I want to reveal a very important secret to you. Calm down and listen to what I want to tell you. Do you know why school was created? You think school was created to make you wealthy? You think it was created to make you rich? That was not the aim behind the creation of school. Let me tell you why school was created. In the early industrial age, England in particular, and other European countries, they were in short of something. They were not in short of machines. They were not in short of building. They were in short of manpower. It was in the industrial age, and the industry was the competition. England, they wanted to be ahead of the game and other countries. But there was short of manpower. A manpower that is dedicated to working the way they want. Manpower that is dedicated to following instructions, following orders in order to bring out larger productivity. There was no manpower. They began to think, what do we do to get manpower? They said, okay, we are going to design an institution to get them young. What is this institution going to do? It's going to train these people from adolescent, train them till they go through this institution till higher institution. So when they pass through this process, they must have learned all the orders, all the procedures that is being required by the industry. That was why school was created. And that is why the phrase is being used, let me school you. It means let me teach you. What did they do? They started from the nursery school. They arranged a system that made students to be in a row. When they ring bell, pakam, the students come. They come to school by 7 a.m. They go back by 3 or so. That is the industry life. People working in the company, they go to school by 7 a.m. When it's time for break, they have break, they go and take their lunch. That is why there is also time for break in your school. They design this system. All the things that they want them to perform in the industry, they broke it into syllables and begin to put it in these institutions, begin to affect them behaviorally and academically to excel. It was a system. It was not a bad thing then. It worked because it was the industrial age. That is why they brought an examination. They want to examine you, and when you fail, you repeat the process. They begin to create that chain. It worked those times. How did it work? When you are in the secondary school, or they call it high school, you are doing well. These companies, they will come to check the bright students that are doing well. Before you finish this school, they will say, these ones are bright. I have already posted them in the industries and given them express work. The ones that graduated, they went back to industry. Now they work. You have spent more than 19 years of your life passing through this school, from nursery to secondary to university. When you pass through this process, you are not being cooked. You are not being set. You are not being arranged for the industrial work. Now, when you get to industry, begin to work, they tell you, relax. We will give you money every month. This money will be able to cater for your life, then cater for your family. When you talk about healthcare, they say the company has a hospital. There is clean healthcare that has been arranged for you. Then they save part of your money and call it pension. They begin to save part of your money so that when you are tired in life, they will disengage you. They will retire you. That is called retirement. That they will take part of your money and be feeding you for life. What did they do? They told you to keep your dream, keep your aspiration, follow the machine process, pass through the process, work for the industry, get retired. That is why growing up, they tell you, go to school, get a job, and marry. That is the 3 formulas. Go to school, get a job, and marry. Little did we know that the system has changed. We are no longer machines. Nobody should train you as a machine. You have the mind of your own. You can create your own system. The system they created is outdated. Even if it works in their country, it's no longer working in your own country. Many people pass the process with the promise of getting work after they pass the process. But after passing the process, there's no industry to employ you. You start roaming about. That is when you will remember to go learn skill or go and start a POS business. But you have been deceived for how many years following the system that is outdated. This is a clarion call. They tell you that the universities of today is teaching you to solve the problem of yesterday. Why the solution of problem of today requires tomorrow's intelligence? There is no connection. The problem we are facing now requires tomorrow's solution. It requires people that travel to the future to get the solution. But why we are not even in the present, we are dwelling in the industrial age that have passed. That is gone. We are now in the internet age. We are now in the digital age. We are now in the connected age. You can now build a system by yourself. Mark Zuckerberg built his system. There are many other people that built their system with zero investment. You have this, you have this. You can build your system and have people to work through your own system while going through the outdated system. Today, I am not discouraging you from going to school, because it's not going to be easy to tell you to don't go to school. Even if you're going to school, know that you are moving through an expired process. You can recreate the whole system by yourself. No wonder the Jeff Bezos, no wonder the Mark Zuckerberg, no wonder the Bill Gates, no wonder they all dropped out of the school. Even though they attended the best university called Harvard, at a point they dropped out because the system was not going to give them what they wanted. Do not fall in the school trap. Do not be that man that believes the system. Even if you are going to do through the system, know that the system is faulty and replan your life. The school teach you the machine process, but you have the time to redefine yourself. You have the time to go and do simple thing. Have an idea to solve a problem, an idea to save the world, to save the dying world. What are we talking about? There is people that have thought about the solution. When you get the idea to solve the problem, you implement it, you call your team together. When you implement it, you fail, you do it again, you fail, you do it again, you become consistent. From there, you have succeeded. You have written your name into life of legacy. That is why and what I brought to you. Today, instead of you to go to the higher institution to study fishery, to study bank, business administration and management, to study hospitality and don't know what you call it, go and look for skill. Take a digital skill, learn today, be at the global scene, you can dominate the world. Even if your parents say you must enter a graduate, they will go and borrow money in the village and sell land to send you to school. You go to school, you use the money and begin to sort. Even before you pass your jump, you begin to sort yourself because they are believing the old system. But you that they are pushing, you can give them the certificate, but know what you want. I have never used my certificate. In fact, now I went to what is it called? Polytechnic. I was the best in my school, and my record is still there. I graduated since 2018 with distinction. Mechanical engineering, production. Where am I working today? I've never used the certificate since 2018 to date. I don't know where it is. In fact, when I relocated, I didn't even know whether I left it there. Or maybe I have a soft copy online. Have I died? I'm alive. I'm walking through the system. Today, arise, join Contact Hub, and discover your way. Create the system and not join the outdated system. If you have learned something today, like, subscribe, share this video. Let the good news get to others. Thank you very much.